Cloud. Perfect. Okay. So I'm here with my client Inthu. We're gonna basically record this little podcast slash video. We're gonna talk about his experience, and it's an absolute pleasure to have him because Inthu has been crushing it. Yeah, Inthu has been killing it. We've been working together for close to about 12 weeks now, isn't it? 12 to
Yeah,
4 weeks.
yeah,
And, he's been absolutely crushing it. Lost close to 10 kilos, got stronger on all lifts. I remember when we first trained, he was struggling to do like 6 push-ups. Now,
yeah.
what are you on? What are you on right now?
I can do 100 with like sets of 20. Yeah.
Boom, there you go. There you go. Nice, man. Well done. But yeah, man, I mean, so tell everybody tell everyone a little bit about yourself, what you do, and yeah, things along those lines.
Yeah, so my name is Intu. I'm a consultant, so I have a pretty hectic lifestyle. And like obviously, when I was at uni and stuff, I was quite skinny. But then once I started work, I would obviously eat a lot, and I would always be rushing and a bit stressful. So I would never keep up with my workouts, or I would go to gym. It would be for like 2, 3 weeks, and then that's it. I'd quit. And my dad wasn't really under control. I'd eat junk, and drink a lot of coffee, drink so much stuff just to drink a lot, have a lot of sugar, just to keep myself running, right? And then obviously at one point I was like, nah, I need to start looking after my body. So that's when I came across Mo, and then yeah, and now here we are.
Nice, man. Nice, man. So what was your trigger? What was the trigger for you? What triggered you to like want to make this change?
I guess I just generally didn't like. Well, I wanted to look like how I used to look.
Mm,
That was one of the main factors. But then another addition on top is that before I was skinny. I wanted to actually have some muscle, actually be able to do weights and just lead a healthy lifestyle in general. To be honest, so
nice.
it's a combination of two.
Nice, man. And you've actually made a big change. You've definitely made a big change. You've executed everything very, very well. Honestly, I'm very, very proud for what you have achieved and what you've done. For real, man. For real, you've been killing it. You've been crushing it. Every single time, we do a check in. Every single time we jump on a call, there's improvements. I see improvements, and it's very, very nice to see that, man. Very nice to see that. What was your drive? What was your motivation to push through?
Uh, to push through every week in and week out. I think once I have I'm quite driven. So once I have a set of goals, I would aim to just naturally just aim to reach that as quickly as possible and try execute. But then I realized, how can I say it? I realized execution is very powerful. Like
Mm,
when you have a goal and you want to execute and you put your mind to it, like you can get it done.
definitely,
Yeah.
definitely, and discipline as well develops discipline.
Yeah. So yeah, that's another thing. So I built so much. I used to lack a lot of discipline. I would wake up at rubbish times. Now everyone, like my family, would be like, "You're so much more self-disciplined now." Like I can't believe, 3 months in, you have held all your diet. You're going gym like 4 times a week. Right?
Yeah,
You're thinking about like, wow, yeah. Obviously,
yeah,
they
that,
want me to eat more in it because obviously Asians and stuff.
yeah, yeah.
but yeah, it's quite good to see that I'm actually more self-disciplined now.
Yeah, man, and it's beautiful because this discipline, it doesn't just doesn't just positively impact your body, but it impacts other parts of your life as well.
For sure, yeah.
You know
I
what has it impacted? What have you seen a positive change apart from your body? What else has improved?
um so I going to sleep on time and waking up on time. That's another one because nowadays, 8 o'clock, I would be up because of COVID, so staying at
Yeah,
home. Normally, I would be sometimes wake up earlier than that, but 8 o'clock up, and then I would. I never used to have breakfast, so now I would go in straight, make my breakfast, eat those, and then 12 start doing some walks here and there, 10-minute walks, and then by the time it hits 4, I'm done. Go gym, execute in the gym, come back, prepare my dinner, have that, There's a structure to my day now. Before
Mm,
there used to be a lack of structure, but now there's a structure. I already know what I'm gonna do the next day, and so on. And it's kind of kept me rooted.
nice.
We're being a bit hectic.
Nice, man. Good for you, man. Good
Yeah,
for you. That's amazing. And you know, a lot of people. It's nice. It's nice to see that you have a structure, and it's important to have a structure because this structure actually brings you freedom, right?
yeah,
Brings you freedom to achieve what you want,
yeah, for
right?
sure. Yeah. So in a way, it's, you know, a lot of times we kind of mess up our mind thinking because we have so many options and we don't know what to do with those options, right? Now
Yeah,
that you already know what you have to do, it allows you a lot more free time to do the other stuff because you don't need to think about them.
yeah,
Um, yeah,
exactly. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like the main things in your life, which is your sleep, your nutrition, your training, things that improve your body and improve your life. You don't have to worry about it. It's already in place. There's already a system for you to follow.
yeah,
So now you can, focus on other important aspects like your work, spending time with family, with friends,
yeah. Yeah.
doing
That's
hobbies. Yeah, no,
yeah, so the disciplines brought a lot more. I don't know. It could be an amalgamation of discipline and COVID, but I spend a lot more time with my family now. So
yeah,
9, 10, we're all sat around watching TV or like having some sort of family bonding time. So yeah,
nice.
so I feel like yeah, this whole thing, me and you during COVID and everything, kind of just came together, and yeah, I could say like I'm a lot more happier. I mean,
Nice, man.
I'm happy, but I'm a lot more happier.
Nice, man. Good for you, bro. Good for you. No, that's nice to hear that, man. It's nice to hear that. I remember you also as well. Like every weekend, you'll tell me, "Hey, man, I'm going out this weekend. I'm going out doing some sports. I'm playing around."
Yeah, yeah,
And that's also another part, right? When you have that structure, when you become fitter, you become more naturally. You're more active. You have more energy.
yeah. But back then, I used to sleep. I would nap after work. Now it's not go gym, and then once I'm gym, like nice and fresh, have a shower, spend a bit more time here and there. And,
Yeah,
and before I used to have a lot of coffee. Now no coffee. I have tea every now and then just because I like the taste of it, but
yeah.
no coffee. Like I haven't touched coffee in like I feel like 12 weeks. I'm not
Raw. Good for you, man.
so
Good
no
for
coffee.
you.
It's actually giving me a lot of energy. So yeah,
Yeah, naturally. Of course, when your food is on point. I mean, look, your food is your fuel, man. Your
sure.
your body functions very similar to an engine, right? It takes food,
Mm,
it breaks it down, and then it uses that as energy. So when you're fueling it correctly, well, guess what? Your body's going to function much better. And on
yeah,
top of that, you're actually oiling it, you're training, you're strengthening it, you're adding up new parts, you're pimping it up.
yeah. No, that's another actually good point to be honest. Because before, I don't know, like I don't get stressed, but I still used to get spots and pimples, and I bought like creams and stuff here. Now, literally no pimples, no, like my work is still the same. I still don't get stressed, but it used to be an outlet if I
Hmm.
have pimples, but now no pimples. But I guess that's because I'm going gym and working it out, so that's like my stress relief. Um, so that's another bonus. Don't need to spend money on buying creams and all that kind of shit.
Good for you, bro. Good for you. Yeah, man, you look better as well. You look fresher, your skin is clearer, you're healthier, less fat
I'm
on
planning.
you.
I know I'm sitting in the dark right now,
Yeah, yeah. But
but
now, man, this is good. It's honestly very, very good. Like you said, man, I mean, it's down to are you willing to execute? Are you willing to do these things? And if you are, you're going to get results. I mean, it's very difficult not to get results. Very
yeah,
difficult to eat clean and train and sleep well and not get results. Like it's just like it cannot happen. It has to happen.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Otherwise, you're doing something wrong for sure.
Exactly. Otherwise, you're doing something wrong. And even on certain weeks, let's say you might not have a drop in scales, but you're still feeling good. You're still feeling better.
Yeah.
Your energy levels are improving. Your lifestyle is improving, and so on and so forth. You know. Now, what has been the biggest thing, the biggest positive effect you've had since you've joined, in your opinion?
So two things, yeah. Discipline and the look in my body.
Nice.
My body's changed like drastically. Uh, Bigger arms, obviously,
I like that.
bigger chest. Uh, yeah, and lost like my legs are looking good as well. So can't complain. Overall body, and discipline. Like bringing that discipline into me, like I didn't know that was going to be a side effect, but it's a good positive effect.
Of course. Nice, man. Good for you. And nice to hear that. Honestly, very, very nice to hear that. So what's next for you now?
What's next? Yeah, so I think we touched upon it briefly, but now that I'm quite satisfied. I'm getting a bit complacent, in a sense. I look. So let me have a chocolate or two here,
Yeah.
a fizzy drink or two there. Like I'm getting to that complacence, and I don't want to let myself go into that zone. So it's now about rethinking, replanning, setting new goals, like you say, and
Yes.
executing towards them. Because now my goals are like just within my initial goals are pretty much hit or within my reach.
Hmm.
So now it's about how do I push that boundary up, right?
Yes. Yes. Also, I mean, this happens to all of us, you know. It's not just about complacency. It's, well, we've had a set structure that we've been following strictly, right?
Mm,
Now we've reached our goals. Now we can relax a little bit. But when you relax a little bit, unfortunately, of course, sometimes, like you said, you get complacent. So it's important that you reset your structure. And
mm,
that you can do at any point in your life. You don't need to have it. You don't even need to have a goal to do that. It's nice to have a goal. I always like to push my clients to set new goals for themselves so that they can constantly improve. But you don't even have to set a goal. All you have to do is you have to reset your structure. When you reset your structure, you get a clearer understanding and you get to also consolidate everything you've gotten. Because a big problem in our industry is people help, like a trainer or a coach would help his client. Then once the 12 weeks is over, it's done. That's it. Bye bye,
mm,
is done.
yeah,
But the time after the transform, the checkpoint is done, is the most critical, because now that you've actually gotten all these results, you have to learn how to consolidate these results.
yeah,
Yeah, and I do that with all my clients. I know we together we were supposed to work for 12 weeks, but how long have we been working now? More
yeah,
than 12 weeks for sure,
yeah,
right? Maybe
yeah,
close to 4 months or even more. I'm not even sure.
yeah.
Yeah,
July something, end of July or something.
end of July. Yeah, so 4 months,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Close to 4 months now.
yeah, yeah,
So yeah, and that's the important part of actually. Once you get there, you need to consolidate. And how do you consolidate? Well, you always reset your structure. You know, Portions might change, variety, more variety. That's fine. All of these things are good, but you need to still have that structure within your day, because that structure is going to bring you freedom and it's going to help you maintain the results that you have, which you're doing well, by the way. Look, a little bit of chocolate here, a little bit of fizzy drink here and there. You deserve it. Yeah, you should go for it and you should do that. But it's always good to reset the structure. And then once you do that, you'll consolidate. Once you consolidate, if you want to get better goals, then hey, let's get some
why not? Yeah, yeah,
level up.
yeah, yeah.
Let's level up. But yeah, nice, man. So who would you recommend this to? If you wanted to recommend this to anyone, who would you specifically tell this of?
Ah, looking back at it now, I'd say anyone that's, yeah, we have all those people that they start gym and then they never follow through with it. They
Mm,
always start gym like New Year's or like uh, I have this coming up. Let me go gym out. Blah blah blah. I think those kind of people, I would recommend and be like, look, you need to get a structure, set some goals, and define a few steps to work towards that goal.
mm,
That's one. And other than that, like individuals that have such a hectic lifestyle, they don't have a plan. Uh, so excuse me a second.
do your
Um,
thing, fam.
they don't have a plan or sorry, what was I saying? Oh,
They don't have a
who
plan.
have a hectic lifestyle
Yes.
and they don't have a defined structure other than the normal 9 to 5. Other than that, they come home and they're just eating junk. They don't know what they're doing. They would go gym, but there isn't any improvements.
Mm,
Those are the kind of people I would say I'd recommend, because I feel like you can kind of bring them down, make them focus, define a goal, and define some steps for the goal, get them to execute,
mm,
and progress them slowly.
nice, man. That's good. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I go to the gym And I've been going to the gym for years, and I see people that come to the gym. They've been coming for years, and they still look the same.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, or they come to the gym every day for a month, and they don't. I don't see them for like a year.
yeah,
You know, or people. The saddest thing is the people that I see who actually regularly come to the gym. Like they're in
yeah,
the gym 3 4 times a week, but they're getting no progress.
yeah.
That one hurts. That one hurts.
No, I see those as well, but like it could be a mixture of things. Everyone would probably like they're not executing properly, like they're not
Yes.
executing properly, but
Yes.
it could be that they could be perfectly doing the exercise as well. But like you say, it's like I think 40% exercise, 60% diet,
Yeah.
and like 10% mindset. It's a combination of all of these things, and people need to be aware that they can't just go on one single track and get the results they want. You need to take a step back and look at the wider picture.
Mm. Also, another thing is, you're right. Their genetics play a part. Exercise, everything you do outside of the gym plays an even bigger part. Your sleep,
Mm,
your nutrition. But despite that, everyone can get a transformation. Anyone can achieve a
yeah.
transformation. Anyone can lose weight and build muscle. Anyone, even if you're 70 years old, if
Mm,
you're adhering to your training, if you're sleeping properly, if you're eating properly, if you're managing your stress, if you're doing all these things and you do them correctly and you execute them correctly, you'll get a transformation. Now, his transformation might not look like a guy who's your age, who's young, and who's
yeah.
actually who has a bit more experience, or it might not look like mine, who have had much more experience. But regardless, relative to him, he's going to have a transformation.
Yeah.
But the problem is with the people who go to the gym, they exercise in the gym, but like you said, they're not executing everything correctly. They're not eating properly. They're not taking care of their sleep, their recovery, and hence they get no progress. And it's, I think, even worse than the people that are in this situation. They're worse off than people who don't even go to the gym, because this person is going to the gym, but he's getting no progress.
And he's stressing himself out. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. So he's actually going and he's training and he could injure himself, but he's not getting no progress. Whilst the other person who's not doing anything, he's not doing anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, that one hurts. That one hurts big time. But it's also an education part. Yeah, it's an education. You need to educate people. Sometimes it's important. Look, even me, man. I have a coach. I do this for a living, and I have a coach. I have a trainer that I ask questions to, that I go to, that I whenever I have challenges, I go to him. I check in with him.
Yeah.
So it's not about, oh, I know or I don't know, because I know my basics, I know my foundation very well. Yet I still have someone that I go back to, that I ask questions, because this journey never ends.
Yeah. There's always someone bigger than you, innit?
There's always someone bigger than you, knows more than you. There's always more you can do as well. There's always more improvement, and there's always more growth. It's a growth mindset, by the way.
Yeah,
This
for sure.
fitness journey is a growth mindset. You have to, the growth you get from it, the mindset you adopt, is that you have to adopt to become successful at it, is to grow, is to constantly grow. And then that applies into other areas of your life as well. Like you said, brings discipline. And imagine what you achieve now in 12 weeks. So
Mm,
in those 12 weeks, what you've done is you've changed your whole life around. Imagine what you can do in 6 months. Imagine what you can do in a year. Imagine what you can do in two, in three, in four.
yeah.
And all these positive effects compound over time. So all the positive effects you've had over 12 weeks, imagine what you can get, what positive effects are going to compound in a year from now, or in six
Yeah,
months from now. And that's what it's all about.
for sure.
Yeah, man. Any final thoughts? Any finishing thoughts? Anything you'd like to say before we end this?
No, I'm really glad that I undertook this journey, especially with your help. And I'm not just saying this, by the way. I mean it. So, um, it's definitely brought a change, a positive change.
Mm,
I haven't seen any downsides to it. And even though I have been injured, I had that shoulder pains and stuff.
yes, yeah,
There's always ways, and so like yeah, I think that's probably something to do with my genetics. I have shoulder pains. Like there are certain exercises I just can't do.
yeah.
But like you help me through those. What are the different exercises that we can say? And there's always a way to get the
Always a way.
transformation that you want. There's always a way. It's just, are you looking at the bigger picture, and are you doing the right steps, and have you defined your goals? So yeah, All good, bro.
Well said, bro. Well said. And honestly, it's been a pleasure as well. And look, we'll take you to the next level now. Yeah,
For sure.
this is just the start, man. This is just the start. I'm always, like I said, I'm always here to help whenever you need help. And it's
Yeah.
been an absolute pleasure as well, honestly. And it brings me a lot of satisfaction because I see the progress that you make and the work that you put in motivates me even more to help you even more, to support you even more, to take you to the next step, and so on and so forth. So it's well said, man. Keep it up. There's more to come, and there's more that we're gonna bring you. So don't worry about that. Yeah,
Thanks, bro.
no worries, man. You're welcome. And yeah, thanks for tuning in, everyone. And yeah, Mo Saeed Fitness Coaching and your main man Inthu.